Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. So today from Oakham Ales, I'm doing their Jeffrey Hudson Bitter, or JHB, as friends in the trade know. So, Sir Geoffrey Hudson, also known as Lord Minimus, was an adventurer, can't read that bit, and duellist in the service of King Charles I, courtier it was. Born in Oakham, Rutland, he was only 3 foot 6 inches tall. Oh, bless him. But his modest strength was more than made up for his character. Just like the beer we named after him. Light golden colour, distinctively smooth with citrus fruitiness and a refreshing hoppy finish. So, Sunday afternoon, work tomorrow. And don't know what the work week entails because I've got a clue how many days I'm actually working. It's a strange situation into this furlough business and lockdowns. I mean, when you know you're not working or you know you are working, you're prepared for it. But when you don't know what the hell you're doing, then it's a little bit difficult. So Oakham Ales made some nice beers. They do. Asda, I think, is your best place to get them. If memory serves me correct, they're Scarlet Macaw. Oh, I haven't got my computer on at the moment. So gold pour lacing around the edge, white head. Nice fruity aroma. Not talking fruity as in fruit beer aroma, fruity as in just subtle, very subtle fruit aroma. Yeah, very nice, light. Oh, I'll say it's a nice little drink. Very palatable on a day like this. It's not freezing cold today. It's not bloody warm either, mind you. I mean, we are at the end of November, first real month of first real day of supposed winter on Tuesday. Yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah, I can need a shot in my arm. Although this tomorrow, I've got all day cutting brambles down. So there's a woodland at the Newark site. 3-acre woodland, around about 3 acres anyway. I mean, I ain't got my tape measure out, so I presume it's about 3 acres. You'll have to take my word for it. It's a big bloody woodland. And I've seen stoats, herons, deer, partridges, bloody things they are. They're a right nuisance. And obviously lots and lots of different types of birds. And it's a woodland where you're on your own, there's nobody there. It's ever so spooky. Sometimes you see something, you're like, hell was that? And it's a leaf dropping from a tree or something daft like that. And then Tuesday, I'm up at the Cockcliff site, which is at Burnstump in Nottinghamshire. Well, both in Nottinghamshire. Just past Arnold, and there I'm going to finish off the marquee. So we're using an old marquee that's been dumped for 5 years. We're bringing it back up to its former glory. The roof's on, one of the side panels is on, the high side panels. I've got to put the other high side panels on, then put the side panels all the way around, and then start getting to work securing it, getting it bolted down to the floor, rope it down, rope round, whatever I can to make it as bloody solid as I can. And by doing all that as well, inside I'm going to do the same. I'm making big beds in there. I'm going to put the all the tables with all the seedlings that I'm growing at the moment all in there, and it's gonna have a because it's a marquee, it's not like a proper greenhouse, so the stuff that I want to grow properly I'm gonna have to have next to the glassy windows. The stuff that I want to grow but in the background a little bit less fast, because you do shade stuff in greenhouses as well as that's going to go in the background. I'm going to make it into an amazing greenhouse project. I mean, it's more than I envisioned. I envisioned a small polytunnel for there. So to have such a thing, it is amazing. And it's going to be amazing to see what I can grow there this year. This year will be the experimental year, providing everything goes to plan. And then the next year is when it really, really kicks in. Fruit, veg, flowers, you know, by the ton. An amazing, for a gardener, a truly amazing project to look forward to. And I'm going to make it something special. It's going to look like it's the bigger version of my garden, but more established. Because my garden, I chop and change like one. There, once I've got it right, I want to keep it right. So yeah, nice bit of hoppiness in the back end. Truly a very palatable little beer. Certainly more of a best bitter than, you know, it's not a craft beer. Not everybody has to be a craft beer. Not everybody wants craft beers. And like most stuff that comes out of bottles, it's truly aimed at the more traditional beer drinkers out there. But not everything in bottles is just for traditional beer drinkers. We must remember that. Just like not everything in cans is for craft. I mean, when you think about the explosion of craft beer over the years, I mean, I can remember when Brewdog came in, it wasn't really overly, didn't really sell well. Certainly not in Sainsbury's at the time. And some of the American beers came over at the same time. And some of them withered away. You know, we had a massive range review when I was there. I've not long got there. Massive range review. Loads and loads of new beers. It was like half the range had been chopped and changed. It was amazing to see, you know. And for a fan of beers, it was, even back then I was a fan of beers, like I am today. You know, talking about beers is one thing, but I am a fan. And I have to stop myself from just going buying and buying and buying, because like I have now, I've got a bit of a stockpile of stuff that I need to get drunk, rather than just treat myself to all my favourites, as you do. And I'm trying not to have the urge to go out and spend, because obviously, you know, can't all spend anyway. Before Christmas, I do want to get certain things. So sometimes I see something come up on the internet, and I want to help that company out by buying a case of beer off them, because there's some box ticking beers on there. And then I must remember that, you know, I ain't got that much money. I only got a certain budget. There's certain things I do want to get, and they will take priority, unfortunately. And obviously, Christmas presents at this time of the year, you know, doing right, if you can, do right by people. So and obviously, this Christmas, more than any other Christmas, we want to go and see people, you know, at least some people, at least. I mean, I'm not overly fussed with some of my old friends, but, yeah. No, not going any further down that road. So, yeah. Another nice beer from Oakham. I've not had one of their beers for a while now. Obviously, you only have what you've got. That's the only beer that I've got of theirs. Although, I may have one that was made for Marks and Spencer's by Oakham. Yes, I think I have. So we'll get round to drinking that at some stage. Once I've got my short dated stuff out of the way, because to me that's priority at the moment, to get the short date out. Once that's out of the way, then I can move on to you know, enjoy some other beers. That's not to say the short dated stuff is bad. It's just the fact that I've let it get short dated. You know, lovely bitterness in the back end then, dry, and a very good traditional, more or less traditional bitter for me, but with good taste, you know, not heavy on the aroma side, fruity aroma like I says. So out of 5 for me, it's Baltic. Go back in the house and get warm. Out of 5 for me, a 4.1 out of 5. Yeah, very nice. And that's it from this beer review. By the way, it was 4.2% ABV. I do apologise for not saying it earlier. I'm just looking there and I'm thinking, oh, yeah. Thank everyone for watching. Thank you for subscribing, commenting, and joining me on live beer chats when I do them. If I don't do them late. I will try and do them about 6 or 7 o'clock on a Saturday night. That's the best time. Not 2 a week. I think that's too much. I think my wife wouldn't appreciate it either. That was alright last night. I got in the arse and I wasn't steaming. And so that was good. Although I did come down the shed later and grab a pint of orange juice wine and necked half of it. Fell asleep, then woke up, telly's on. So, you know, it is what it is, isn't it, you know. Right, back with another review later. I get 2 or 3 reviews in today, I think. I've got some small cans that need reviewing, and I need to remember where they come from. And some small bottles as well. Just keep ramping my way through different reviews. And yeah, got some nice ones coming. Thanks for watching. See you soon.